Okay, we have a problem. I'm back at the frickin' world spawn. No. Oh my god, welcome back to another brand new episode of Tritoncraft. We're back in the world spawn on a horse. You might recognize this horse. It's the horse that we took through to find where the stronghold was when we completed our nether pathway. And I gotta make sure I lead this guy up before he tries to run away from me. So I was in the end working on the end stony bits, working on the thing there. And apparently when you get on the horse and you try to go through the end portal, it doesn't, it must be a bug. I don't know if it's a bug or not. I don't know if that's a thing, but it must think that you're like, it doesn't track where your last sleep was. Because I had just gone back through. My spawn, my bed is actually at my, ooh, I should be able to die. Ooh, hang on, wait. Oh God, there's 4 of them. Oh. Okay, hold please. Finally, holy cow, all right. Yeah, apparently I haven't slept in a few days either. I could just die. I should just be able to die, right? But I can't take the horse with me. But I know my last spawn. I know I set spawn at that bed. And I'm just like, oh. And then I wasn't recording or anything because I was just working in the end, like watching some Minecraft stuff. I was watching like Tango's latest Hermitcraft episode. I'm just like, I don't want to I just want to kind of whatever. But I should be able to, if I slap down my ender chest and take off all my gear. The problem is, Mr. Horse, is you're going to have to stay here. I'm going to need you to be brave. Do you even care? You don't really care. But yeah, I should be able to strip. I don't want to do this at night, though, because if more phantoms spawn, and I don't want to get out of bed. You also notice we have revamped the ender chest with our end boxes, with our shulker boxes. We have revamped everything, so now we have a much cleaner box. Mostly, that's kind of what I was doing. I was just working in the end, and I wanted to just putz around in the end for a little while and just kind of relax and get some work done there. I told you I wanted to rebuild that whole entrance from where the island spawn area is and things like that. We're just going to kind of wait for morning, I think, at this point. So that way we can get rid of any other threats here. And then I think we're just going to have to find a place to tie this guy up, and then we're going to have to die. Oh, man, I don't think I've ever watched the sunrise from this beach before. Man, the world spawn area is gorgeous. I do absolutely love it, but I can't believe that happened. It's got to be some kind of, like I said, I don't know if it's a bug or if you would consider it a bug, but just because I was on the horse when I went through the portal, it teleported me to world spawn instead of where I had last slept in a bed. So, oh no! Ah! No. So yeah, I did at the very least. Oh my god. What an episode start. Like I did, and so like my ominous bottles are in here. This is the bedrock breaky stuff for the nether ceiling. Keys, all of my tools and weapons and stuff like that are in here. We've got armor and stuff in here, redstone. Nothing in this one yet. We've got food in that one. We've got armor trims in that one, diamonds, iron, gold. And then these ones are just empty over here. We haven't done anything with those, unfortunately. Oh man! Well, we've got an ender chest here now. On our little island where we had kind of set up a very temporary shop early on in the series here. I guess we're just I can't believe I killed it. How did that even happen? I don't even understand. I didn't even realize I had the bow drawn still, and I don't understand why I did. Like it doesn't even make sense to me why I still had the bow drawn. But we're going to just leave all this nonsense here. And then we're going to empty out all of our stuff. And then I'm just going to go die in the river over here or something. Because in the river, it's an ocean, Nick. Because I should respawn. If I'm right, I should respawn on my island. Because I'm pretty sure, yeah, next to on top of one of my beacons where I was digging and working last time in not the last episode, but the episode before. That's where I died. So I should respawn there. I just gotta make sure I put my tools back in the ender chest. That would suck. Stick our food in here, throw our gear in here. We're now completely naked. All right. Let's hope this works. I deserve this after the horse. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I'm right back here. Like, that is so wild that taking a horse through the end portal makes you spawn back at main spawn, like at the world spawn, and not where you last slept. Like I said, I would guess. I don't know if that's supposed to do that or if that's a bug. I have no idea if that's supposed to be the case. But okay, well, we're here, and now we can get our gear back. Would you believe it has been a long, like, month almost since I recorded, like, the first part of the... Wait, was it a month? Maybe. I don't even know. I don't remember when I even recorded that first part of the video because I've got, like, other stuff that I also recorded that I'm also going to include in this episode. But it's been, like, a month's worth of footage that we're now compiling into the back end of this episode. Welcome back, everybody, as we ride this really, really, really fast horse all the way through the end. We have completed a bridge all the way out to the outer end islands because you can't get no horse up out in the outer end islands without having a bridge because you can't fit them through the end gateway. I mean, you can fit them through the end portal as we discovered in the beginning section there, but you can't get... Oh, and now we're hitting the lights, which means we are getting closer to home. Go ahead and flip around here. And there's been so many changes that have happened in the world in the past month or so that I really, really want to bring you in here and show you all this stuff. There's going to be some time-lapsey stuff in here if I can fit it in here. Well, first things first, let's ride down through where our spawn area is. There are now double bridges in here because I thought it looked better with 2 bridges instead of 1. And you can see our platform up there is suspended up there. That's got our end gateway on it. And then we jump up in here. And here we are inside of our massive new end area. Now, this is very temporary, this little bit here. This is slabbed over with deep slate, and I don't know what I actually want to do with this yet, but I figured I would make it spawn-proof. So that way Endermen don't really come up here and bother me unless they actually feel like, you know, actually coming up here and doing so. But I just threw a freaking ender pearl. Good job, me. There we go. Close those. And let's go ahead and get this guy back. Ow! He can jump really, really high. He is such a good horse. Okay. Get me out of here. Okay, there we go. Yeah, we have a huge tables. Like I said, we're going to try to pepper in some time-lapse footage. And this is not... Okay, look at the face. See the face? This is the face. It's not done. Okay? It is absolutely and completely not done. I want to bring some... flowers and stuff like that, some of the pink flowers, some of the yellow wildflowers, and just some different other Minecraft flowers in here to kind of pepper on through this area here. But we built this big beautiful stable area so we can raise horses here because of course no elytra one, we're going to need a fast way to get out through the end, and what better way to do that than by having a whole bunch of horses. And we built of course a bunch of bushes in here. These are all jungle leaves, and I thought that was appropriate because we used jungle in the build. In the time lapse, you'll see, and this happened when I built the barn down in the seaside park too. Yep. I actually decided to switch out the trapdoor after I recorded the time lapse because I didn't like it. It was too cold. Like, the color was just too cold, and I really wanted to warm it up a little bit, and I thought jungle was a very, very nice contrast to that warped wood, and that's what I decided to bring in here. And same thing up top. This is the same design of the barn that we've had in both of the other instances now. And, of course, we've got our jungle trapdoors up here and all sorts of storage and stuff like that. That way we just have more stuff here for more stuff we might build in the end. We might never build anything else in the end again. I don't necessarily know, But for now, there's just stuff here. I like this idea of these settlers from my main village, like from the main area. Like as they moved out into the world, they needed a home. Like they needed a home base of some kind, right? So they built a barn to house all of their belongings, to raise their animals, to hold food, and different things of that nature while they worked to get just different things ready. I really, really love that. I really love that kind of idea. I'll need my ender pearls up in the hotbar here because I actually want to go up over here. And this is all very like work in progressy, but let's go ahead and go over here. Where did that just go? Oh my goodness, it took us right down into the water. Okay. So you can also see we've built ourselves a little bit of a water feature through here. Again, definitely not done, but we decided to build ourselves a huge lake here in the end. And you can see there's a pathway. There's actually a door here coming out from it, and there's a pathway that goes all the way around. I actually added path block. I thought that was a decent transition from the end stone, but y'all have to let me know what you think of it. Or we could go with just a really high contrast one. Green on the end stone did not look good, so that's why I decided to add either coarse dirt or the path block. And in some cases, you see these like patches of cobblestone and stone and andesite that I added all around the different thing. And for no reason whatsoever, because you can't really get the best effect of it, you'll notice as we stand up here that this actually kind of descends further down in there. This is actually... I did the fogged glass effect here, and this punches all the way down through to the other side. So we actually came all the way down through the other side. This is black concrete, and we've got lights up in here. And is there water in here? There shouldn't be water in here. It should all be air now. Should all be air now. And yeah, we've got... Why is there... Oh, right. There was a place I was short 2 concrete blocks, and I was like, well, I don't feel like doing it right now. So I just was like, I left it blank. I need more anyway, because when you stand right here, you can see the lights, and I don't want to see the lights. So we need to actually bring the concrete just a little bit further in. We can see the lights. I kind of tried to recess them back a little bit further out, so that way they weren't just prominently right up against the edge of the thing. But I kind of wanted the lake to have like this little bit of an infinity effect. You get less of it when you turn shaders off. Like shaders off is actually a little bit worse. And shaders on, I really actually think it looks a little bit better, but either way, I think it's too much glass. I think it's a little bit too much, so maybe we'll try to tweak that. We'll try to tweak that a little bit further as we go in the future. We're going to add some lights, and we're going to add some foliage and different things like that around this pathway here. And we're also going to add some kind of crop field. It'll be a huge wheat field somewhere out here in the end, because wheat, obviously. And we'll build that at some point, but I'm not 100% sure when. And I'm not sure where either. The great thing about this stuff is it seems like whenever you have any kind of light anywhere, Endermen really don't mess with it. They never spawn in here because there is light. This is completely spawn-proofed in here. And I guess even though it's the end, I thought like even in the end, Endermen would still spawn kind of everywhere. But yeah, this is all spawn safe in here, so no Enderman will spawn in here where this is. And plus we got another bubblehead. I forgot about him. We've got another bubblehead. I'm going to take him out to the outer end islands out there. He's basically going to be... When I do end cities, it's much easier to have a way to get up to the top of them without throwing ender pearls. And so I'll take him and basically bring a fence post and tether him up at the top. And then we'll take him and float around, and like we'll go to the boats, and we'll go to those high up end cities and different things like that. And for this next little tricky trick here, we actually need the horse back. So come here. And so the beginning part of this video, of course, we rode our horse right into the end portal. And like I said, I don't know if that's a bug or a feature. Could be both, could be neither, could be whatever. But when you ride your horse into the end portal, it doesn't recognize where you last slept, and it just teleports you back to world spawn. So let's see what we have to do over there now. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful beach as far as the eye can see. And then this burning monstrosity has appeared, and there's eggs and chickens and a creeper. Why are you here? I don't like you. Do I have my bow? Yes. Get back. 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 Oh, you know why there's chickens here? Because I had chickens underneath the end portal because I was trying to use the wither killer also as some place where you could do chickens. And it actually doesn't work. Like, the wither doesn't attack them because it's trapped inside the bedrock. So now there's just a bunch of chickens here. That's fine, I guess. I want to bring some more trees and some different tree types through to this area so we can have a little bit of different variety here. But I'm really actually very proud of this build. It is nothing but basalt types. And I really wanted it to kind of mimic the nether, and especially the biome in the nether that everybody hates the most, which of course is the basalt delta. I really, really love it. We've got smooth basalt, basalt pillar, and just normal basalt. I really, really love it. I just kind of went with variable heights everywhere. Again, this is also spawn safe. All these fires, these little soul fires, are kind of evenly distributed around, so nothing can actually spawn right around the genuine area. The genuine? I wanted to say genuine and general at the same time, I think. Look at this guy. He doesn't know what's going on. I really wanted to have a genuine place to get back to the nether, because you never know when I'm going to just die without hitting bed for a spawn, and ended up back here at the world spawn. So I decided it was finally time to build ourselves an end portal and connect this up to our end highway in here. Can I get you through here? Well, I guess I can. Now, this definitely needs to be replaced because I do not like this being just prismarine block, but this actually comes from the pathway that leads all the way to where the Ocean Monument base is. And so this is just a dead straight continuation all the way to the west, all the way to where our main spawn area is. And this cuts through some basalt delta. This is why I just had the basalt. I was just like, well, I may as well build this out of basalt like I have it. And then we can just ride all the way down through here, all the way back to home. So if we ever get caught out at spawn again, we've got a quick way home now. So I've got more to show you guys. There's so much that's changed in this world. We'll see in a bit. Let's see if this teleports me this time. Oh, it did. I have to turn that. I have to change that. Like, through vanilla tweaks, you can download a thing that makes your nether load time shorter. Or no, wait, that's in game settings now, isn't it? I think that's in game settings now. I need to make mine just a slight bit longer because it actually is too brief. And when I try to run through that portal, it teleports me to the nether. And I don't want that to happen. So this is what I'm calling quality of life this episode. Everything I've tried to do in here was about making quality of life updates. First and foremost, this one here. This is our normal pathway that goes out to our end fortress. But if we come through here, you'll now notice there is a four-way intersection over here that goes directly over to where our end portal is. And I thought about this long and hard because this actually comes back from where the ancient city is. And ever since I tunneled into this that's where the end portal frame is down there, the stronghold. Ever since I tunneled back into this with that thing, I'm like, why do I not just connect this dead straight over here? Instead, like, this used to go up here and around this way, and then over this way, and then down over this way. And I'm like, why did I dig this way? I mean, of course, this was dug first when I was coming back from the ancient city. But, like, why not just connect up a dead straight pathway that goes straight through here and connects back up over to where our portal is? We're obviously going to do something super cool in the nether at some point, I hope. But I don't know when, so don't hold me to that right now. But more to show you. If you ever decide to do a no elytra run and you're just doing horses everywhere, take the time to breed better horses that get faster, because, man, the travel time is so much less when you actually have a really, really fast horse. We're headed into where our nether fortress is now, that we converted into a rudimentary nether mob farm, and we have since converted it again into... Boop! I do have black, so I can pin you in here, because he is going to try to get out. Bam. I actually need... Oh, wait. That's what these are up here for. There actually are blocker fences right here, because this is just our little horsey holding pin. You stay in there. And now we come down here into the new and improved Wither Skeleton Farm, or it's a Wither Skeleton Farm in progress. And I just kind of have to come in here and do whatever we're doing. But you can see we have replaced the entire floor of this structure with soul sand. Or soul soil, I believe this is. And the soul soil, once I'm able to plant wither roses on it, is going to... Oh, get this guy. Get his dumb face. Shut up. Go away. first of all, like, because it's a Soul Sand Valley, ghasts were spawning everywhere and driving me crazy. And, like, they tend to ruin things. So I wanted to cover over the top of this. And the only nether mob I already have a blaze farm. I need to build a proper gold farm. So we need a proper wither skeleton farm in order to take advantage of this and get more wither skeleton heads so we can make more beacons and all that kind of fun stuff like that. I am so full of blocks right now, it is ridiculous. So I have actually been smashing withers up in the face, and I've been doing this out at the ancient city. That's where my quote-unquote wither killer is. I did build the one in the end, but like I said, it actually won't attack the chickens. Like, there'll be chickens in there with it, but its head's stuck in the end portal frame, so it actually can't hit them. So I've been out at the ancient city, and like I spawn an absolute ton of chickens, and then as soon as the wither spawns in, the explosion that it creates kills all the chickens, and they all drop wither roses. So slowly but surely we are converting this into a wither skeleton farm wholesale. Right now, though, the mob cap is unfortunately being taken up by all the other stuff that spawns around here. So we had done some stuff previously where we had been working to make the area spawn proof. This entire fortress, like all this stuff back here, I did this ages and ages ago, but I actually spent more time clearing out more of the floating little end island bits that were in this area here, and then spawn proofing a whole bunch of these other areas here. That's now spawn proofed. This whole area down here underneath the fortress is spawn proofed. We've still got more to do, but it's a start to the end of that end of the work we have to do there. But yeah, and I wanted to use all nether brick, make this a continuous part of the fortress. I think it looks pretty damn cool. And then of course we still have our little extension arm that we go out here, where we can go out here, force all the mobs to despawn, and then walk back in there and respawn them all. And it's been yielding a lot more wither skeletons just even as it is, even with half of it. It's actually, I think it's about a third of it right now is covered with wither roses. So I'm going to just keep farming withers. The more of them I get, they're so easy to kill in Java Edition. Like, you may as well, like... They're so stupid easy. And now I do have the wither killer that's in the end as well. So I could just use the wither killer in the end if I really wanted to. One thing I really need to think about doing is some kind of collection system for items. Because I think what I could do, I don't know if I can plant this on mud, but if I could plant... I don't know if that's a thing you can do. Oh, see, these stupid blazes drive me nuts too. I don't know if you can actually plant wither roses on mud, but if you can, it would actually be really, really great to have a hopper minecart, like hoppers underneath all these blocks, or I can set up a hopper minecart system. Oh, there you are. I was like, I know I hear, guys. It's kind of annoying because I kind of left this area open, so I need to close that area in. But it's a pretty, it's pretty useful in terms of like being an operable wither skeleton farm, at least, you know, to some capacity. I need to... I was building, I forget what, and now I've got to get all this extra crap out of my inventory here. But that is not all that I have to show you, so we're going to leave here, and we're going to head back into the main world. We got to get out of here before these stupid blazes piss me off. Oh my god. They oh, that was my face. Hello. Yeah, let's get in here, and let's actually put these back. Nope. Okay, if I had it, yeah, let's do that. That makes it much easier, Nick. I kind of, like, I left one in here just tethered up with these things open once upon a time. I did it a long time ago, and somehow it died. And I don't know how it died. I don't know if it somehow got out and, like, climbed up over the wall and, like, fell in or whatever, or something like that. I don't necessarily know. To facilitate all of the building I built, especially all the fences and stuff like that, I had to tear an entire other layer of this down, so now the walls are a little bit higher over here than they were before. But yeah, much more operable as an actual wither skeleton farm, and the more wither roses I get, it's just going to get better, because we're going to be able to knock out... I think zombified piglins can still spawn on wither roses, but the wither roses kill them, so they'll still... I need all the ghast tears I can get, because I still don't have a ghast farm of any kind. So we will definitely take that. Yeah, like I said, we still got more to show you, so please hang on. So you didn't think we forgot about this place over here, did you? You didn't think I did all these other quality of life updates and didn't do a single thing out in this big giant island project that I wanted to work on and have been working on for the past like 2 months, did you? Well, you'd be right. We haven't done a damn thing over here. Literally not a single thing. This place is exactly as I left it in the last video that I built anything out here. We have not touched anything out here since the end. That will change next episode. We are going to get back out here and get right back to work and working on everything out here. But ever since I ended up out at the main spawn, like back in the world spawn, I'm just like, you know what? Like, I really, really need to do some things in this world that are going to make my quality of life a little bit better. So that's what I decided to focus this episode on, was quality of life improvements. It's so much nicer to have a wither skeleton farm so I could get more beacons because I was out of beacons, and I just need decorative beacons for just different things as well. Like, we just need more beaconage for different things that we have going on as well. And I needed to do something in the end about horses because I was breeding horses at home for a time. That's why we have so many down at the Seaside Park. But I was like, you know what? We need more horses, and we need to have horses directly in the end so I have a nice crop of horses that I can choose from when I'm going to the Outer End Islands. And plus, we needed a bubblehead. I had to search the end because I didn't have enough gas tiers. I had to search the end over and over. Way far out. I had to travel forever to find this stupid Soul Sand Valley that I hadn't loaded before the Happy Ghast update, just so I could find a dried there we go. Just so I could find a dried ghast. Okay. I heard him teleport and then I heard him take damage. I was like, what? But yeah, it took me forever to get out to one that I hadn't been to yet and find an actual Happy Ghast, because I don't think they're very common either. I found 40 fossils in this giant Soul Sand Valley, and I found one Happy Ghast in the entire thing. So yeah, I don't necessarily know. But yeah, we're back out here at the end portal frame here, so let's go ahead and vloop, and now we're back in the end. And the great thing is like I said, this guy is so fast that I can just blaze through here and just kind of run right straight through everything and get right back in here, and now he's back home. Yes, you are. Now you can stay in there. All right, so now, like I said, we've got a few more things to show you here, so let me whoop over there. And I wanted to show you this big, beautiful lake. Well, it's not really so much of a lake as it is just a pool. So you'll notice most of these pillars have water streaming down from the top of them. Why? I don't know why. Just because I was riptiding around in here and I was like, you know what would be cool? If I could riptide off of the top of these pillars. It was cool. I'll have you know. Maybe I'll show you sometime. But what I also learned, and I'm going to obviously want to respawn the dragon at some point. Number one, just to get the achievement. But number two, to open up more end gateways to go further out to the end. And I had to go into creative, and I wanted to know, before I did any work in the end, I was like, what changes in the end when the dragon respawns? And it turns out that these entire obsidian pillars, these whole ass thing, it completely regenerates the entire thing when the dragon respawns. So you'll see there's actually a hole right here. Initially, the first pathway, and you might see it in some of the time-lapse footage, you might not. The first actual pathway from the end gateway came straight through here, because you can see the pad is right there. That's where you actually come into the end. I had it straight dug all the way through right here, and then I dug it straight through the pillar. But the problem is, every time I respawn the dragon, it's going to cover that back up with obsidian, and I'm going to have to dig obsidian back out again. And I was like, no. That's why we ended up doing the little double pathway thing. Number one, I think it does look good, but it did have a functional reason too. I really didn't want to have to deal with digging this obsidian back out again and again. But I decided, I was like, what am I going to build here? I've got to put something in here. We're going to put some plants and some foliage and some different things like that in the area as well. And obviously we've got these lanterns and our pale oak. And I really love that kind of black and white and the very, very, very washed out, muted, lavender kind of color of the background with the shaders. I mean, obviously it's darker when you turn the shaders off, but I'm a man who loves his shaders. You know me. But yeah, we've got a little pool down in here, and we've got glass right here, some black glass as well. And we've just got, these are just half slabs, excuse me, that are waterlogged in front of some shroom lights. Yeah, those are shroom lights. And I really love, when you can see them, they're very warm. I wanted everything in here that I built, obviously outside of the barn, but I wanted everything else that I built in here to be very warm. I wanted there to be a warmth to everything that kind of touched the end, because the end is very cold and very sterile. Very cold and very sterile place. So the other buildings and stuff like that we build, like we're going to continue sticking with this jungle theme, and we're going to continue to do that. But I really wanted to use warped wood because I thought it would look good, like the kind of contrast between that and, like I said, even if you turn the shaders off, like it's purple. So like I really wanted that complementary color scheme to kind of match everything, and then the jungle wood perfectly complements all that. It all comes together so nicely, and I thought that was really nice. But yeah, so I just built a big pool here instead, and I think it looks pretty good. I really love it. There's also another one that's actually covered, which is right here beneath this staircase, and I would connect them together if not for the giant obsidian pillar in the way. But yeah, right here. You can actually see right here, there actually is a pillar right here, or there is a pool right here in between these things, because I really thought it would look cool when you're coming up through if you saw this here. I just really think that that's cool. We got to get some lighting and stuff like that in these tunnels. There's actually not lighting in them right now. There is lighting all around the outsides of them, obviously, but you know, we need to deal with that. Can somebody please explain to me? Now, I made this much bigger. I made this whole thing out here much bigger because I wanted to build this platform underneath it, so that way we could get rid of where the end stone is, where you can see it's right there, but I wanted to kind of hide it in there and build this whole big thing around. Oh, this gets replaced when the dragon respawns too, which I found out the hard way. I dug it all out and replaced it with half slabs, and then when I came back to the end, it broke all those slabs and, you know, put the obsidian back. So I need to actually fix that and put obsidian back there, because now that just looks weird. But anyway, I wanted this whole thing to be braced on all four sides, where the obsidian's going to be, by pillars that went all the way up. So I massively expanded the size of this platform. But can someone, for the love of God, please tell me, when you come into the outer end, you'll notice I spawned over in this corner over here. When I go back, you saw how big that freaking platform is, right? Why do I spawn over in the tiny corner? This does not matter if there's solid blocks between here and there or not. It's always this corner right here. It is making me crazy, and I don't want to anymore. Like, I really don't understand it. Like, I tried putting solid blocks in here so that way it would teleport me to the solid button. Nope. Always to that corner right there. And I don't understand why that is. I gonna like have to think of a different thing we can build here. Like, what's beneath that? That's where the pathway is right now. Like, maybe we'll put something there. Like, I don't know. I don't really know. It's driving me nuts though. Every single time I take the gateway, like I said, it puts you in the corner of this one here, and you can even see I put solid blocks not in the corner, because I was like, okay, will this put me not in the corner? Just, I don't know why. Why does this do this? It's so dumb. It's so dumb. I do not understand. And I have been throwing ender pearls and teleporting around like a crazy person. Like, I've been getting so used to actual ender pearl travel, which I actually really love. I think it's very useful. We're going to put some aquatic plant life in here as well. Get some seagrass and probably get a little bit of coral. We want to use warmer coral colors, so we'll use your oranges, your yellows, your reds. I think we're going to avoid anything cool colored. And I'm trying to think of different ways that I can actually build this up here. We built a stairwell kind of coming up through there. And all of this stuff is going to be tweaked a little bit, and it's going to kind of keep evolving. But there it is. We made ourselves a lot, I should say, of quality of life improvements around here in the end. And obviously our big portal that we built at main spawn. Let me know what you guys think. I know, I'm sorry, we have not gotten back to our project yet out at the island. I definitely do want to do that. We will do that. I absolutely promise. But this was important to me. I really wanted to get that done, and I really wanted to get a good way of getting weather skeleton skulls, so that way I could just have a whole bunch of beacons. And I think I have like 4 or 5 nether stars now that I just need to convert to beacons. So it's just a thing that needed to be done. It's just a quality of life thing that needed to be done. I also could just build a giant horse track around the inside of this place. What would you guys think of that? Like, not with the water, obviously, but outside of the obsidian pillars, nothing else gets taken out when the dragon spawns back in here. So what would you guys think of if I did just like a massive horse track? I know we've got a horse track already at the seaside park that I built, but what if we built another one? Can you have too many horse tracks? I'm going to ask B-Dubs, and he's going to say no. I think it would be super, super cool to just have like a big horse track. Like maybe we can just like frame in this thing here and expand the blocks. Like all these pillars kind of come out anyway. Like you can see that I kind of tried to put the blocks up to the halfway point of all the obsidian pillars as we go all the way around. So that's kind of how everything connects together. And we could just kind of continue that motif and drop the bottom of that out a little bit, put a fence around it, and then just turn this into some kind of a park. And get lights up here so no Enderman will spawn, leave parts of it slabbed if we have to. It'll be really cool. I think it'd be really, really fun. But anyway, I love your beautiful faces. Thank you so much for watching another episode of Tritoncraft. Next episode, like I said, we are back out at the island. We're going to be working on getting whatever the next phase of that project done is. I do not know what that is. When we get back out there, we're going to work on it. I need to start kind of mocking up some willow trees, figure out what those trees are going to look like and all that kind of different stuff like that. But I really, really appreciate you taking the time, spending some time with me here. Give the video a like, leave a comment down below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And above all else, be good to yourself and do something to make the world around you today a better place to be. If everybody just took a moment out of their day to try to make the world a better place in some small way, just imagine the world that this would be. I'm going to leave you with some time-lapse footage of all of this crazy stuff being built. Well, thank you so much again. We'll see you next time. Boop.